Okay, let me grab our music. Anyway, today we're just playing some... I almost said Kingdom Hearts. That's not true in the slightest. Um... Today we are playing... Hang on, I'm buffering. What is this game? Minecraft. There we go. God. Now's a great time to explain. I'm very tired. I still plan on doing, like, a full stream or whatever, but, like, I'm tired. So, I'm gonna just work on finishing this build that we've been working on for the past couple of streams. I can't see why I get it done today. If I don't get it done today, I'd be shocked. No, hush. Sorry, I'm talking to my phone. But, anyway, like I said, we should be getting this done today. I'd be very surprised if we didn't. And, like, the only thing that I could see us maybe not getting done is, like, I don't know, maybe wanting to add extra chests or sides or whatever. But hey, it's fine. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. And then, depending on how much time we do or don't have left, maybe we'll mess around with the fields or the animals or something. And I do kind of miss playing Terraria, so if we do finish this today to, like, any level of satisfaction, which I may take tomorrow as well to, like, stock up my chests and whatever, but, if we do finish it today, hopefully we, I don't know what the hell I was saying. Anyway, it's fine, we're getting ready to switch. Also, I have a soda off to the side, so if I wind up, like, a lot more, like, having to take seconds because whatever, just be aware it's because I needed a soda desperately this morning. Like, I still have my water, but it's just gonna be a weird stream. We're probably... It's gonna be weird, y'all. Anyway, give me a second. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Need to sleep. Okay. So then, where was I? Close, damn it. Okay. So then, what was I up to? I think I was working on this secondary layer. Yeah, looks like. Alright, beautiful. Anyway. We will do just fine. In theory. Who knows, may all go to shit, but that's fine by me. Alrighty. Good, good, good. Good, good. Da 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 da. Was that sign always there? Huh. I may go investigate that in a second. Yeah, I need to get more fucking... God damn it. Ugh, I hate that I had to go get more Blackstone. Because I think that I'm pretty badly low. Okay, let's see. And maybe one of the things I'll make sure to do is set prices today. Because I definitely am going to need another stack of stairs. I don't think I'm gonna need slabs. Okay, so I can at least do this. That's fine. So hopefully it'll prevent us from having to go back to the nether as quickly, because I probably will have to go back, but hopefully it won't be nearly as bad. Okay, cool beans. Very, very cool. Good lord. I don't know if you could hear that. Somebody had, like, subwoofers or something, and they were very loud. Alrighty. Anyway. Sorry, I've got... Okay, much better. Also, part of the reason I was... So, sometimes I have a bad habit of... Or I don't even know if you could call it a habit, but I have an issue where sometimes I will just, like, worry about things that are either non-issues or, like, things that I have no reason to be worrying about the way I am. But, like, I almost can't stop worrying about them, specifically at night. So, for example, the last time that this happened, to my knowledge, in terms of, like, really badly, was... So, if you guys remember, I think it was, like, the first sub-goal I ever did. Actually, I think the first sub-goal was an art request stream. But one of the first sub-goals I ever did was promising to do at least one episode playing Subnautica, because that game scares the absolute fuck out of me. And I wound up actually only doing it twice. And people who were around at the time know exactly why. I wound up having such... Do I see what I think I see? I'm almost certain I do. God damn it. Well, that hurt and was very stupid, because now I'm kind of stuck. Can I... Nope. Damn it. Oh, well. So I'm going to the nether for a second, because I saw them. But, or rather, I'm going this way. I actually don't want to go to the nether. But I wound up only... That scared the shit out of me. Only doing 2 streams of Subnautica because I wound up giving myself asthma attacks out of panic. Well, what I didn't reveal was before that happened, I, like, the night before, I had the weirdest, like, hyperfixation nightmare borderline. It was a nightmare, but it was... I don't know how to explain it. Like, it was the exact same scenario on repeat, and it was a scenario that the long and short of it was just get into the game and start playing, you idiot, and it was, how am I gonna make batteries? I don't know how to make batteries, even though it teaches you. But I had a situation like that, so, I'm looking into this new job, potentially, and I haven't even applied yet, and I don't even know, like, if they're, like, accepting applications or whatever, but it's at a gas station near me, and my brain decided to be like, even though, yes, this is normal, I'm an adult and I can do this, my brain was like, I'm gonna have to sell cigarettes, and I'm like, brain, that's part of what you do at a gas station, yes. And then my brain's like, well, we're terrible with numbers. What if, what if we accidentally don't do math right? Even though, like, anyone who's worked at a gas station in the past, like, 10 years knows that they have those, like, tear-off calendar day things where it's like, if they're above this age, then they can't have whatever... And if they're about this age, they can't have whatever. And, like, they're, like, really easy to spot so that you don't even have to worry, you know? But... it was just... It kept me up all night. It was the stupidest thing. Like, I don't know why I was so stressed about it. But that's part of why I'm so exhausted, is I was having stupid-ass nightmares about a job that I haven't even applied for yet. Like, my brain was having it as though we had, or, like, we're going to the job the next day. Like, that level of, like, oh god, why? You know? So if you ever wonder about the stupid-ass shit that keeps me awake, it's that. The other thing was right before, and this was an actual job I had, but I was, like, panicking over my past job at the grocery store that I had long before, you know, I ever even started TikTok. But I was panicking over it because I was like, okay, it was another number thing, because, again, I'm terrible at numbers. I have dyscalculia. Which is basically just dyslexia, but only with numbers. Although, frankly, I probably have a little bit of dyslexia, too. I was like, oh god, I have to remember numbers. Which, the long and short of it, if you've ever worked in it... Now, can I remember most grocery store produce numbers now? Not many of them. Ironically, the one that they say is the last to leave you is one of the ones I've forgotten. Although I think I may remember it. The one that they tell you that you'll remember for the rest of your life is bananas. I believe it's 4011, 4011. But the two that I can remember off the top of my head really easy are plums and red plums, which are 4040 and 4545 respectively. Or 4045, one of the two. But I know that just normal average plums is 4040. And if you want a little grocery store fun fact, if it's an organic version of a produce, it's the normal produce number, but with the number 9 before it. So yeah. Now, mind you, I think all grocery stores should have the little cheat sheets available. Because why would you just presume someone's going to remember every little tiny thing? Especially if it's something like, I don't know, I'm just gonna use, like, a jicama as example. Or a rutabaga that people don't buy too often. And then you have... I knew this tree was gonna go weird. Here I am talking about, like, grocery store nonsense when I haven't worked there in, like, 3 years. But, then you have, like, how do you tell the difference between certain things? Because you're always gonna make a mistake, and that's fine. Like, there will always be your initial, like, whoops, I screwed up and mistook this for something else. So, it can be very easy, if you don't have a working knowledge of produce, to mistake rutabagas and turnips. Rutabagas just look like really ugly turnips. They're usually like this kind of weird greenish yellow, whereas a turnip is pretty much just, like, purple and white. A rutabaga is usually got some kind of green cast to it. And they're just very ugly turnips. Taste great. Ugly turnips. But that actually freaked me out, even though we're not playing Hollow Knight. I heard the, fight music starting up, and my brain was like, oh god, how am I gonna get around here? I have an idea. Just do, like, this. Okay, cool. But, and, like, always, and I know this is, like, Saturday morning cartoon kind of advice, but always ask your, like, manager and supervisor. Like, that's the whole fucking reason they're there. And this is in any job, not just, like, grocery store or whatever. It is better to err on the side of caution and make people wait. I mean, they'll probably yell at you because people are assholes, but it's better to do that than, like, potentially just, like, ruin your system. Also, something that I would say as, like, advice I could give on the flip side, for the love of God, if you have, like, someone who you don't know whether or not they've worked in the even in this industry before, tell them how the fucking phone PA system works. 'Cause especially this younger generation, these kids, like, they're not gonna fucking know off the top of their head how to work a goddamn phone PA system. Like, and they're all different. Like, let's not fucking lie to ourselves. Why am I so angry about this? I don't know. But, like, don't just fucking leave new hires with a phone PA system, presuming they know it, because they definitely fucking don't. Like, no matter how much... And also, same thing as, like, when people are trying to cash out at the end of the day, for the love of the gods, don't presume that their former job, A, taught them how to cash out a register, and B, that it was the same as yours. So, for example, the first job I worked was at the dry cleaner. That dry cleaner had a completely different cash out system. So, generally speaking, most cash out systems are going to... How do I phrase this? So most cash out systems, you physically count up how much cash is in the drawer. So, like, say I've got... I've got 120s, I've got 10 in 5s, blah, 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 stuff like that. Most of them want you to physically count how much the value of the drawer is, right? So, like, that would be $110 drawer, right? Well, the first place I worked had the most insane cash-out system, because it wanted you to count the amount of the whatever the hells. So, like, for example, it would be like, oh, in that case, I would have 2 5s and 5 20s. God, I hope I got that right. I'm trying to do math when I'm tired. But you get what I mean. So, like, and I remember, because that was my first job ever, I remember one of my coworkers, who I did not like this woman, but she literally was like, I have never seen a cash-out system like this. And I mean, in all fairness, it was a really weird cash-out system. But it also helped me in terms of, like, the other thing I tell people is, like, teach your, like, younger employees things to make, not their life easier, but to not make it as unnecessarily difficult as it already doesn't need to be. So, for example, one of the things that, and I think this should be taught, like, in school, like, this isn't even necessarily something that I think is a responsibility of the employer, and I'm gonna sound like an old man when I say this, teaching people what to do when systems go down. Also, for the love of God, if you are a business, keep a classic card, so they call it a carbon paper printer, or like something like that. But back when credit cards were first introduced, we didn't have like these little, oh, swipe your thing and it'll automatically beep boop memorize your card. No, they made this horrible ka-chunk sound, but they would basically take the card and using pressure be like ka-chunk, ka-chunk, scan it, or not scan it, roll a, like, weighted, I don't know if you want to call it a printer or whatever, over carbon paper, which, I don't know how to explain carbon paper. Carbon paper is basically, think of it kind of like a pencil, but just in a, like, a bunch of graphite that's all pressed together in a paper so that when you roll pressure over it, it automatically, like, leaves a mark on the paper, if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. So these carbon things, whatever you want to call them, carbon copier, that's the word that I'm looking for, would use the pressure that you put on the thing in order to more or less make a copy of, or not more or less, literally, make a copy of whatever was underneath it that had, like, raised lumps. That's why credit cards used to have raised numbers. Well, actually, now that I think about it, carbon copiers would be useful because they've started, like, just having printed numbers, haven't they? Oh, shit. Well, I'm still gonna explain to you, why they're useful. So these carbon copiers don't need a connection to work, right? And I can vividly remember a time where... So I was out at, like, I think a convention or some shit like that. And it was, we were at an IHOP. Not an IHOP. Yes, an IHOP? Some breakfast place, right? And the power went out. Like, you could physically hear it go out. And then I just out of nowhere hear ka-chunk, 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 ka-chunk. And they literally said, if I recall correctly, that place directly said, yeah, we were literally about to throw it out this week. And we are so glad we did it. Because our dry cleaner didn't have one of those. And we had a day where the power went out, because at this time I was living in Florida. Power goes out in Florida a lot. And basically, we literally were like, hey, unless you're paying cash and are comfortable with us literally, like, taking down your credit card information physically, which will take forever, don't fucking try to use a card, because it's not gonna be fun for anyone involved. And we didn't have, and eventually we wound up just more or less shutting our doors other than people picking up, because it was such a task trying to, you know, get all this stuff set. Okay, I need to fucking... Hang on, let me just tank this. Alright, lovely. But, come on, get down. But yeah, it was... I remember vividly being like, I really wish we had a fucking carbon copier that day. But one of the things that I think that people should teach, and I hate it when people, because I was taught this, actually, ironically, by a customer, and it was when I was working at the dry cleaner. I remember this woman, she was so sweet. I think she was a school teacher. Like, I'm 90% sure she was a school teacher. But, essentially, so people who've worked registers know that one of the things that could happen is you could accidentally either go too quickly through a transaction or accidentally enter the wrong numbers, and that's fine. Like, you should use the technology. It's there for a reason. Don't, like, think that this is me being like, oh, these kids need to learn how to count properly. No, they should just know that this is an option in case you accidentally do that and don't see the amount you're gonna owe the person. So here's the trick, because you'll always have how much their total was in front of you, right? That's something that will always be displayed. And you know how much they paid. So let's say someone's order, I'm gonna give myself a really easy one to count up to, but let's say someone's order was $10.50 and they gave me a 20. If I accidentally go through and don't give myself an easy math problem like I did there, I'm just doing it so that I don't have to do stupid math right now. But say that was the order, and I wasn't able to immediately just quickly do that math in my head. What you do is you take the amount they owed you, so $10.50, and then you physically count up in your drawer until you get the amount they paid you. So you would go, so let's break down the 10 first. So you would give them $10 to start, and then 50 cents equals what they owe you. So you would count up to it. And that was one of the most useful skills, and I was never taught that in school. But yeah, this woman, she literally, I think she directly said she was a school teacher or something, but there was some explanation as to why, she was explaining it to me. But yeah, she's like, I don't know why they don't teach this anymore. It's really useful, and people really, really need to keep this skill in their life. But yeah, there you go. There's your random, fucking explanation for the day. Because I'm tired. And don't know how... Fucking hell! Clearly I don't know how to place blocks when I'm tired. But yeah, that's one of those things. And I hate it because it always turns into this, oh, these younger generations are stupid, these, you know, whatever. And I'm like, no, it's just that they don't teach us this anymore. Because I was never taught that in school, ever. And it's legitimately one of the most useful, like, things that I ever learned on a job was how to count up. And it was from a fucking customer, of all people. That lady was so sweet, too. Because I think that was, like... God, that had to have been, like, within my first week of my very first job. And she basically was like, oh, you're freaking out. Hang on, let me help, basically. Alright. Okay. Yeah. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Cool. But yeah, I just think that so much of it has turned into older generations picking on younger generations, and it's wild to me. Because I'm like, you were the one who caused this problem. Why the fuck are you angry? Alright, so I'm actually just gonna make it flush here. But I definitely need to go get more materials, okay? So, let's go get ready for the nether. God damn it, I was really hoping to avoid this, but it's fine. And yes, I did see that skeleton running around. Don't know where the hell he is, but I saw him. Alright, anyway. Let's swap out some of this. So I'm gonna swap out... I'm gonna put my stairs away just because I don't need them at least for a little... I'm actually gonna put, like, everything away for at least a little bit. Oh. Why am I confused? I don't know. You know what? It's fine. Alright, let's swap out my helmet. But yeah, and it's one of those situations where I feel like people just automatically assume you should have a working knowledge of everything, regardless of whether or not something's your first job. And so they'll just, like, leave you alone. Like, for example, one of the things that happened at my first job, and this was kind of ridiculous, is I told them ahead of time, I'm like, hey, I have a bike that I need to, and that we agreed that we could pull it into the back. Well, one, didn't bother to tell me which door was theirs, right? Which I figured that one out pretty quickly. But also, didn't bother to tell me, hey, this is where, or, like, just knock on the door or whatever. And didn't bother to warn the people working in the back that I needed that even though we agreed to it. And that's absolutely ridiculous. So I was sitting there, and I actually wound up basically manually taking my bike through the front of the thing that day. Which isn't a problem for me, but, like, it's ridiculous that I had to do it. Or, for example, oh, god damn it. Did I already go through here? Yeah, okay. Let's say a situation like... I know that there's one of these where I didn't unearth everything. But which one? Oh, god damn it, of course it's gonna be one of these obnoxious things. But not teaching people how to use a pager system, which, again, every fucking pager system I've worked with has been different, alright? I have never worked with one that has been the same. But I don't know. People treat the workforce nowadays, especially in retail jobs, like ass, and I hate it. Alright, 1, 2, 3... Alright, cool, whatever. That scared me, even though it shouldn't have. But yeah, treat your fucking treat people at retail stuff with respect. They deal with a lot of fucking bullshit anyway, as is. They don't need it from fucking random people. Alright, yeah. Alright, cool. Thank you. Very good. Alrighty. And, like, I was very, like, blessed or whatever the fuck you want to call it at my first job because, the original owner, before she wound up, leaving for, or, like, selling the business or whatever, and even the guy who wound up buying it, the dry cleaner, were like, hey, look, these customers don't know how a dry cleaner works. If they're being stupid, don't be mean, but that you don't have to take bullshit from people that don't know what they're talking about. Matter of fact, it was kind of funny. They were like, we were a little worried about you because I'm like 5'2", and I come off very respectful in terms of like, matter of fact, people are still to this day, at least people in real life, shocked to find out that I swear like a sailor. Matter of fact, I can vividly remember when I first started streaming, because I started streaming on TikTok originally, people were shocked when I made the transition here and wound up eventually just, like, dropping the whole, oh, I didn't swear, because I'm like, I can put a freaking thing on my stream that's like, hey, this person, like, swears a lot, just be aware. But people in my real life, to this day, at least, like, in, like, professional settings, are shocked how much I swear. And I'm like, no, I swear like a sailor, babes. I could just hide it really well because I grew up with a mother who was super, like, you know, anti-swearing. Like, to give you an example of... Oh, god damn it. I really don't want to deal with this. But to give you an example of how, like, not into swearing my mother is, I used to know when things were really bad, like, when she was mad, if she just said, like, hell or damn. So, hang on, 1, 2, 3... So, for example, there was a time where I basically, in my childhood house growing up, we had a garage that there was, like, this little, like, 2-step staircase to go down to it, and my mom one day was going out to the garage for, I don't know what, I had to have been, like, 10, but she was going out, and I hear this massive thud, and I just hear her say, God damn it! And I wasn't even responsible. I ran. I straight up ran. That is how not swear, whatever you want to call it, how much my mother does not swear. And if you want to know, my brother had left a skateboard at the very bottom step, and she had not turned on the lights because, like, what reasonable assumption would she have that there would be a random-ass skateboard on the bottom step, right? But yeah, I wasn't even responsible. I hauled ass. And to this day, I know, like, how angry she is based on if she swears or not. I could probably... It's probably less than 10 times that I have heard my mom utter an actual swear in my life. But anyway, but because of that, I was just really good at whatever you want to call it, self-censoring or whatever, because I grew up with a mother who, one of the worst things you could do in her mind was swear, which is a little silly, but, you know, it's fine. But I can also remember when I was a kid, because back in my day, before the internet, and this is just a thing in general, I didn't know that bastard was considered a swear, nor did I really know what it meant. I don't even know where I heard it. Probably my dad. Because he was nowhere near as, like, he swore. Not necessarily in front of us. Matter of fact, my mom would be, if she ever learned that I learned it from him, not that he's alive anymore, she would have probably been like, what the hell is wrong with you? Well, she would have said, heck, but, you know. But my mom one time overheard me and my brother, and me, like, chasing my brother around outside of the house because, like, the windows were open or whatever, and heard me calling my brother a bastard, and I just hear the screen door slam open, and she's like, where did you learn that word? And I'm like, because I didn't know it was a swear word. I knew it was an insult, I just didn't know it was a swear. But yeah, that was scary. Because for how, like, sweet and kind my mom can be, she can be really scary. And it's funny, she doesn't think she's scary. To give you context, at the time, my mom was already a second-degree black belt in Taekwondo and, like, leading military programs or, like, offices that made, like, not top secret, obviously not top secret, but, like, very, like, this is, you know, a military plane, you know? So, in spite of all she, like, to give you context of how unintentionally intimidating my mom is, I actually had a friend who, I knew this friend for years, I still talk to them, they legit think, or thought, my mother was a spy. And I'm like, no, she just is she's high-ranking in the government, but she's not a spy. Basically, the way she phrases it is her job is to manage the nerds, because she's, like, one of the people who helps work in science and technology, but, like, at a fairly high level. Yeah, for all she tries to act like she's not intimidating, my mom can be terrifying, especially when she gets mad, because she doesn't get mad. So that's when I'm like, oh, you know, I'm definitely in trouble if she's yelling. Like, to this day, I still wouldn't, like, test my mom's patience. At all. But, yeah, it is just kind of funny how that translated to me being so well-versed in, like, at least around, like, professional settings, being able to just stop swearing, that people just don't think I swear. Matter of fact, at my previous job, there was a point where, after the former owner left, the new owner, he really didn't care if we swore, even though, should he have? Probably, but, because we were living in a, not a super, I don't want to say conservative or, like, whatever, but, like, there were a lot of old people who lived there, let's phrase it that way, and probably should have been a little more on top of that, but whatever, it's fine. Sorry, I got the burps. Like I said, I'm drinking a soda, but basically, there was a point where he just stopped caring whether or not people swore. Not that I think he ever did care to begin with. It was just the former owner, and that was just because, you know, she was a very religious lady. She's very sweet. I miss her. But, basically, after people started realizing that he didn't care if you swore, eventually I kind of was like, okay, I might as well not self-police if I don't care. Especially because at the time I was making sure all orders were packed. I wasn't, like, I worked with the customers. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. But it wasn't nearly as much of a job where I had to directly interact with customers, right? But the first time someone heard me swear, they were like, I didn't even think you were physically capable of swearing. And I'm like, dude, I swear like a goddamn sailor. What the fuck are you talking about? Is it just because I'm like a tiny little, you know, guy or whatever, you know? And I don't think I ever got the answer out of them, but like, they're like, we just never thought you swore. And I'm like, nah, dude. I'm a tired millennial who was raised with like little to no restrictions on my internet access. Of course I fucking swear. But yeah, it was just one of those things that I thought was really funny. Alrighty. Very, very good. Oh, jeez. That looked like I shouldn't mess with it, because that looked like it was a lava situation, so let's not bother with that. I don't even remember how we got started on this. It doesn't matter. But yeah, I just... Okay. Alright, good. 1, 2, 3... Alright, carefully. Okay. Jesus! Oh, that scared me real bad. Real bad. Oh, God, it's above and below. No. Come on, Logan. There you go. Alright, cool. But I do remember that one of the things that, back when I first started working at the dry cleaner, that they directly told me was a concern they had about me, not like a bad concern, just a, is he gonna be alright? Was, they were like, Logan's too nice. He's not gonna be able to be mean to customers. And I'm like, oh, honey, if you tell me that I can be mildly flippant as long as I'm not rude, I have no... And again, growing up, like, people who are, like, below the national average of height in general, generally can attest to this. If you're short, you grow up not being afraid to, like, sass people. Especially, here's the other thing. This might sound mean, but, if you're cute, which generally, because I'm short, people tend to register me as cute in general, and this is not like me, like, trying to puff myself up or anything, this is just a fact. When people then try to be like, well, and you know they're in the wrong, all you have to do is, you know, be like, I'm sorry, I'm trying, or whatever, and people around them will be like, oh, how dare you disrespect this person that I almost certainly think is a teenager, even though I was, definitely over 25. I can't remember. So... last I worked at the dry cleaner, it was like early 2019, something like that. So I was probably, oh god, math. So 31. Hang on, let me. So like 4 years ago, so. Somewhere like 27, 28, something about that range. Again, over 25, that much is true. But, up until I started, like, growing out my facial hair, and even after, to a certain degree, I usually was always presumed to be way younger, both because of my height and, you know, I have kind of a baby face. So, like, yeah. If people think that they're, you know, just taking their anger out on this seeming teenager who, you know, especially if you do that, I'm sorry, it's my first job, it's my first day, you know, that kind of stuff. And again, don't use this to, like, be an asshole, alright? But if someone won't leave you the fuck alone and you know they're in the wrong, you can totally use societal norms to make them feel like a dumbass. Because people have a really strong protection instinct for things that they perceive as, like, helpless. And again, don't use this to be an ass, alright? Don't be a dick, okay? But yeah, you can definitely weasel your way out of a situation just by, like, having a good, like, I call it a kicked puppy face, where, you know, you just kind of look scared and like, why are you bullying me? Kind of whatever. But again, don't do it, like, only do it when someone's actually being, like, a genuine asshole to you, you know? Because again, I don't want to encourage you to, like, do this just to get out of your problems. Like, just if someone is being an asshole and won't back down, you know? Alright, whatever. This has been random advice with me. I don't know. Again, I'm not, like, fully here right now. I mean, I am, but, like, you know what I mean. I'm tired. There we go. That's the word I was looking for. And it doesn't help that I can't find any goddamn stone. And I really don't want to deal with potentially angering the piglins that have started to spawn around this area. So, like, not gonna deal with that. Whatever, it's fine. But again, never... Like, I'm not saying you can't be, like, mildly... Again, customers have a right to be mildly flippant with you, but, like, don't be a fucking ass to retail workers. Like, half the time they really cannot do anything to fix whatever the problem is, and you should be polite if you're wanting someone to help you. Like, while I am very spite motivated, if you are kind to me and understanding, I am far more willing to, and I think that everyone can attest to this, I am way, way more willing to help a customer that's like, hey, I know, you know, this is a bit much, but, like, can you maybe give me a hand here, blah, blah, blah. Especially if you make a habit of being nice, right? Oh, god damn it. Like, I'm gonna use an example from, again, the dry cleaner, but, there was two situations, one motivated just by the people being polite, and one by spite, and you will always know which one it is, just based on how the cashier reacts or whatever. So, basically what you need to know is, well, this is more of just a common logic thing. Bringing in a bunch of items to a dry cleaner, that's relatively normal. But please, by the way, if you're gonna bring in a fuck ton of items to a dry cleaner, like, I'm talking, like, over 50. Like, and you'd be shocked how quickly it adds up. Not that you have to count, but you can usually guess. Also, don't bring, like, shit like underwear or whatever to a dry cleaner. They will throw it away. Unless, like, it's one that specifically advertises that they'll do that. Don't fucking do that to people. That's nasty. Fuck! I see that ebony and I really want it. Hang on. Come on. But, so, let's say, for example, you have a large order, you call ahead of time, you're polite, you're cordial, you're like, yeah, I know it'll take a while, I don't mind waiting extra or whatever, because I know that this is a bit of an extreme case or whatever, blah, 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 blah. That's fine. That people understand that you need to get your shit done, and that you can't always, like, be... No, I don't know if normal is the word I'm looking for, but, like, sometimes shit just happens, right? We understand. What you can't do is come in and yell at the girls I'm supervising because you are convinced that we somehow, like, stained your top or whatever. So, in the former case, I actually have two examples of this. One of them was a woman whose house got caught in, like, a flood or something like that. And they called ahead, and they actually... Gosh, this person was so sweet. They went and manually... Now, mind you, we went behind and also counted them. But counted ahead, said, I have this many items, I have this much of this type. You also look at your local store. Don't presume, like, everything will be the same. You're not going to be getting leather cleaned for the same thing. You'll be getting, like, a button-down shirt. But this person was very understanding and respectful, you know, was like, here's how many items I think I have, I'll come in at this time, I'll make sure to park out of the way, blah blah, I'll call before I'm coming. Fine. Then you had another situation where it was a family who was, they were either getting ready to move or had just moved, and, like, they came in really close to close, but they're like, we are willing to cover extra fees, we're willing to, you know, whatever. We're really, really sorry about this. That person had, I can remember, that's still the largest order I ever personally took. They had 600 items, 3 leather jackets, and 5 blankets. But, and again, they were made well aware, we're like, this is gonna take you a while, especially the leather jackets, because those have to be sent away. But, then you have the flip side, where I'm not gonna let you yell at and abuse the teenagers who are just doing this because, you know, they need to make ends meet. So I'm going to take you aside and, like, not humiliate you, but definitely show you what an ass you're being, you know? So this woman comes in screaming that we ruined one of her tops, and I tried to give her an easy out because I could physically tell that this top had never been to our store. So, not all dry cleaners do this, but a lot of dry cleaners that expect lots of repeat business, they'll do this thing that they call heat seals, and it's... Let me see if I can remember the spiel I used to give people. It was, this is a heat seal, it goes on the inside of your clothing in a place that is unobtrusive, while it's not, while it doesn't hurt the item, it will leave a residue, but, like, not something that you can usually see. And if it's something that's delicate, obviously we'll put, like, a removable one, and it's so that we can always track that item and not have to constantly describe it in the system, right? So I could already tell just by looking at this item that she had never brought it to us because there was no heat seal residue. And what I did, because she was refusing to stop screaming at the girls who were working that day, because this was near the end where I was starting to have to, like, more or less make sure that the night staff was good enough and, like, trustworthy enough that they could be trusted to work just 2 of them alone. But I knew that this woman was going to be a problem, so I manually took her aside and physically went through every single one of her items, and we had never described the item she was claiming that we ruined, ever, because we have records of them all. And I showed her exactly why I knew she was lying, and I literally was like, you can call the owner if you want, but he's gonna tell you the exact same thing he did. And I just don't treat people like assholes, and they'll be maybe more willing to hear you out, because if she had said, I think this happened, I wouldn't have, like, been nearly as terse with her, and hell, I may have even been potentially willing to consider helping her out, but because she came in and was just hurling abuse at people, because there's a way to say, hey, I'm dissatisfied without, like, being abusive, alright? I think we all know this. But, it was just one of those situations where I'm like, lady, I would have been willing to help you if you hadn't been a dick. And dry cleaners, in general, are... I don't want to say they're, like, one of those kind of people you don't want to fuck with, but, like... These are the people that are making sure that your clothes are nice, and I'm not saying this is, like, a thing that happens, but don't be a dick to people who are literally handling your potentially priceless garments, because it's the same thing as don't be a dick to food service, because they're the ones who are handling your food, right? Just don't do it. Makes you look like an idiot, and you could get, an immediate, like, because I think everyone who works in some kind of customer-facing position will talk about a lot of things where you have the ability to store customers' phone numbers and stuff and whatever, will have systems in place so that you can leave notes. Those notes will haunt you for the rest of your goddamn days. Now, mind you, sometimes they're inaccurate. For example, there was a guy... God, I really don't want to do the rest of that quartz. But there was a guy who had a note in his system that said he was a jerk, and, like, he's always this, that, and the other. And I finally decided to sit down and talk to him, because I could tell that this did not seem to be a situation of this guy is just an asshole for no reason. So I asked him, I said, sir, what do you have this problem on usually? So, there's a luxury brand called Psycho Bunny. They basically make polos, but he only ever had issues when he brought in his Psycho Bunny shirts. So I basically, at some point, I decided to, like, physically look into the deal with these shirts. Psycho Bunny shirts are notorious for having really thin buttons that break when going through dry cleaning, because the presses that we use to iron out stuff quickly have a lot of weight to them, right? And so, essentially, I made sure... So I was like, oh, okay. So I sat down and I said... I basically told this guy that I was going to leave a note in his profile, because this is one of the very few times I ever told someone I was leaving a note about them. And I said, I'm gonna leave a note to make sure that these are marked to be manually checked. And after that, not only was he very kind and respectful because I bothered to take the time, because he was very... I figured it was something weird, like it was somebody left a note on a bad day, like on our end. But he had a very reasonable request and was very polite when he was like, look, I'm really frustrated with this. Is there something that, like, can be done? And the simple answer is, yeah, we can do something. And because he was kind of respectful, I was more than happy to help him with it. But then you have people who are intentionally obstinate, and then you're like, look, dude, I'm only gonna help you so much before I'm just gonna, not call you an idiot, at least not, you know, directly, but I'm gonna basically be like, look, I'm going to tell you this, like, 3 times, and if you don't keep listening, then I can't help you. So, for example, there was this elderly lady, old lady, so, nonchalant, but, she came in, and so, starch is basically, there are 2 different forms of starch. Starch is something that you can add to laundry in order to, make it, like, stiffer. I don't know if that makes sense. But if you ever see videos of people who have, like, I'm just gonna use an example of a pair of jeans, where it literally looks like it's gonna stand up on its own, that's because there's starch in them. And some people like it, some people don't, and there's different levels to it, right? Well, every dry cleaner is different. There's two forms of starch. There is spray starch, and there is in-wash starch. So, in-wash starch doesn't hold nearly as firmly, because you can't, like, really lay it on thick if you need to, like you can with spray starch. But it's also spray starch is much more expensive, and it's much more time-consuming. And because we were a discount dry cleaner... Oh, god damn it. You know, honestly, I'm just gonna leave that there. Where is the goddamn Blackstone? This woman came in with these sort of soft, thin linen pants, and she wanted starch. And I told her, I'm like, ma'am, because of the way we do starch here, because we did the in-wash starch, it is very unlikely that this will hold, because also, linen does not, and again, like, the specific type of linen that she had, I don't know how to explain it, but they're the kind of very delicate, almost see-through types of, like, linen. It's, like, to me, they look like things you would wear on a beach, or whatever. Okay, so we're not gonna go there. But, she basically had a note in her file that talked about the starch on her pants, and so I sat down and talked to her about it, and she kept making us redo it, and after the third one, I'm like, ma'am, I'm gonna explain to you very clearly, linen does not hold starch. I'm not going to keep having them redo this for free and wasting our resources because you don't seem to be accepting that. Because I had told her multiple times this will not turn out the way you want. Because I knew it wouldn't. And again, if you're gonna be enough of a jerk, like, people aren't gonna be willing to help you. I'm sorry. And eventually I'm just like, ma'am, I cannot help you with this anymore. Please just go somewhere else. But again, and this was one of those situations where even if she had been, like, kind and respectful, I wouldn't have been able to help her because you can't, you know? There's only so much I can do within the means that I have, right? Alright. Let's see. I'm gonna try to see if there's more Blackstone down here, because I think there was. Yes, I think I see it. Oh, thank God. But yeah, just treat workers politely, and they'll be far, far, far more willing to help you. Alright? Okay. I shouldn't have to say that. That should be, like, common knowledge, but it isn't, and it's frustrating. Anyway, it's fine. But yeah. And also, like, if you are going to regularly make a problem out of yourself, so we had a guy, there's the concept of a same-day dry cleaner, which kind of a misnomer, but basically, if you come before a certain time, they will make sure to have your clothes done by, like, 5 o'clock or whatever. This guy was so notorious about coming in because the cutoff, it's very early in the morning, like, because they have a lot of clothes to go through. But basically this guy would come in right, like, usually 10 minutes after we ended the service, and he was a regular. He knew he was late. That's the key thing to remember. He knew he was late. And would get really uppity, and at some point, the owner was basically like, if this guy tries to do this again, either upcharge him, or tell him that we know he knows better. Because he was never polite about it, he was never understanding, and again, he knew better. Like, he had been coming there for, like, at least 4 years, and it was a habit, so, yeah. Alrighty. Let's see. Good. And the rule of thumb is I always tell people, and again, I know this is like the golden rule or whatever, treat people how you want to be treated, and they will be much more willing to help you. Alright, whatever, it doesn't matter. for something. How can you ever stand at all? Maybe if you built your eyes, back by the foam. Alrighty, good, good. Cool. And this goes for everything, like, any retail job. If you're just gonna be a jackass to be a jackass, because, like, everyone has bad days, right? Like, I'm not saying that it isn't understandable to get, like, kind of, I don't want to say snippy, but, like, they understand that sometimes people have bad days, right? But if you're just, like, always a jackass, eventually you're gonna get fucking banned. Like, I'm not even joking. You can easily... Like, we actually had a couple of people that were so bad that it straight up said, if this customer comes in, call the cops. And I shouldn't laugh over that, but, like... But again, people can change. Like, but if you push businesses too far, they're going... The trend is now that they're gonna protect their workers, or if they're a business of any value, you know? But it's just one of those things where... I also, the other thing about specifically dry cleaners, I highly encourage you to, like, look up options in your area and not come in and be like, well, this person does this. I'm like, well, then go to that person, you know? But, like, look up options in your area, look up pricing, and regularly check to make sure the price hasn't changed, because, unfortunately, we live in a capitalist hellscape, and we need to, like, keep in mind that prices are going to, unfortunately, rise because of, you know, society or whatever, you know? But just always continue to keep checking up on, like, prices and whatever. Okay. Do I have enough? Let me get 4 more so I have a stack. Just to be safe. I know I probably have enough, but I still want just a wee bit more. Alright. Cool. Okay, 1 more. Fine, fine. I kind of want to get all of it, though, because, like, obviously. Let me go ahead and put something here, just in case I need to get up and out that way. Alrighty. But yeah, like, and for example, one of our customers, oh, I love these guys. They were these 2 guys who were married, and they were flight attendants for Delta? I don't remember. You'll get to know a lot. If you ever work in dry cleaning, you will get to know a lot of flight attendants. Matter of fact, I remember that was how I knew that, again, I think it was Delta, but there was an airline that had made a recent uniform change that, oh my gosh, everyone hated this uniform. It was this really not very flattering purple, or at least it wasn't flattering on a lot of people, with these weird, like, kind of, how do I describe it? This kind of, like, gossamer, thin, sort of, like, fancy little bows or whatever. They were really, really, really not easy to maintain at all, like, even from a dry cleaning perspective. These two guys who were married, they were so sweet. They were like, we know we bring in a lot of this type of shirt. We know this type of shirt has issues with its buttons, because it was, like, Hawaiian shirts that have the little, like, coconut shell buttons. So what they did was they basically were like, hey, and every time they dropped it off, they just brought a bag, because they were like, we know they'll probably break. Because you can do things. So one of the things that I did, or I learned when I was specifically dealing with the guy that had those polo shirts that I talked about, where it's like, he wasn't actually a jerk, it was just that people weren't bothering to try and figure out why this kept happening to him. And the answer is, the brand of polo that he wore, Psycho Buddy, just was not great in regards to, like, the quality of their buttons. They were extremely thin, and so they would get crushed real easily. One of the things you could do to prevent that, is we can wrap them in foil, and if you have a dry cleaner who you are very nice to, don't be demanding about this, and you know that your shirts have an issue with their buttons getting crushed or whatever, and it becomes like a problem, just say, hey, can you make sure to leave a note on my file that I want my buttons to be wrapped in foil? Now, mind you, like, if you're bringing in, like, over 100 shirts and every single one of them needs to be foil wrapped, yeah, that's a little bit of a different situation. But, again, we are always willing to work with people who are nice. You feel me? Alright, let's go. I don't know what time it is. It's noon. Okay, cool. But, if you're nice, you will go a lot further, especially with people who work as, or who are in, like, something like dry cleaning. Come on, close. There we go. Good lad. But yeah. And again, I feel like some of this should be common sense, but it is what it is. Alrighty, go ahead and put that away. Let me swap out my helmets. Alright, lovely, beautiful, wonderful. Okay, cool. Alrighty. I needed just more plain blocks, I think, if I recall correctly. So let me go ahead and dump a bunch of this crap in here. Alrighty. Yeah, blah, blah. Yep, you can go in there, as can that. Hang on, I got more. Another rack. There we are. Lovely. Okay, so. I think what I was gonna do was I was gonna use, like, polished blackstone for this. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Alright, and then I'll work on the, like, I don't know, finishing touches is the right word I'm looking for. But, where the fuck do I put... There it is. Alright, let me go ahead and convert another... I'm not going to try to convert all of it, because, like, obviously I don't want to be, like... Oh, God. No, it doesn't have more options, I'm just stupid. Okay. No. This. There we go, good lad. And then... that should probably be all I need. I think. Alright. But yeah, these guys who had these shirts with the coconut shell buttons, they literally just brought us a massive bag of them, because they're like, we know we're not the only one who brings these, and we know that these have a bad habit of getting broken, just because of the nature of what they are. But they were so sweet. I love these guys. I love them so much. But yeah. Alright, I'm waiting for it to get closer to time so I can then just go and, you know, reset the day, because there's no point in bothering going down right now. I should also, like, convert, or see, like, how much wood I have kicking around left over. Yeah, I should have enough to make a pretty good chunk of chests that I already had the wood left over from another project, so it should be fine. And again, it's not like I'm selling them or whatever. Alright, cool. But yeah, just be polite to service workers. And again, I know that, like, a lot of people have already said this time and time again, but just, if you're nice to them, they will be way, way more willing to help you. Because again, we understand that sometimes you really do need stuff by either whatever time, or you're, you know, like, I've actually had a couple of times where someone was so nice that I helped pay for their, like, food or whatever, or not, well, in the grocery store, or I'll make sure that I cover the difference for their, garments or whatever. But, obviously don't expect that from people, don't go in there, like, demanding discounts or whatever, but if you genuinely are just having a bad day and you're really nice, people are usually going to be willing to at least try to help you. If they can. They can't always. Like, certain places that will actually get them in trouble, so, like, don't expect it. But, again, just be fucking nice, alright? Okay. Lovely, beautiful, let's go. And I still haven't figured out what I'm gonna do there. I think I'm probably just gonna do nether quartz. Shit. Okay. Alright. Cool, cool, cool. Did I already get this all the way? Okay, yes. Okay, so... Ah, shit. Actually, I could just do this. Hang on. Because I was gonna grab slabs to make this a little bit taller. And plus, I need to use them up anyway, so whatever. Okay, cool, 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 cool. I knew I added this stupid balcony for a reason. Alright, lovely. Let's go. Alright, cool, cool. Can I reach that? Yes, I can. Good. Alright, good, 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 good. Oh, gosh. Also, the other thing, if you're gonna, like, regularly be getting your stuff dry cleaned, please, for the love of God, learn what terms mean what, in terms of, like, if you're going to be asking for us to use heavy starch, and don't get mad when your pants are literally standing up on their own, you know? Or if, for example, here's something that isn't generally common knowledge, so let me bestow it upon you. One of the things is, if you need your pants, like, I'm just gonna say, like, dress slacks or whatever, so a lot of times it's standard to crease pants, like, down the front or whatever, so that they have a nice, pretty little line running down the front, so they look pretty, you know? If you want your crease in a different place than the front, don't ask for a crease like you normally would. Don't just say, I want my pants creased, and we'll put a tag on it and be mad that it's down the front. If you want them pressed flat, say, I want them pressed flat and no crease in the front. For the love of God, please. Just look up, like, terms to do with dry cleaning. I implore you. Alright, so... let me go ahead and grab the quartz. Because, like I said, I think that's what I'm gonna do for those open areas. Maybe. I don't have a lot of it. Let me see what I can do with this. Let me go down to my stone cutter and see. Alright, okay. No, that's not gonna help me. Okay, gotcha. Although, I could technically make them into chiseled blocks, so they're pretty. Yeah, I guess. Actually, there's art. No, actually, no, I will not do that. Because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use nether brick to space this out a little bit, alright? Alright, cool, 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 cool. And plus I need to clear out the dirt from the inside of the build anyway. Okay? Alright, lovely, lovely. Okay, so let me get this dirt taken down. Although, let me also put torches here. And here. So that it's not as weird. Alright. Alright, cool, 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 cool. I'm also going to put them here. Ah, come on. And there we go. Good lad. Okay, cool, 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 cool. Very good. Lovely. Alright, Cool beans, cool beans. So now I can use that to build up over here. So that I can then do this. Yes, yes. Good, good. Alright, so I'll place the bricks directly there. That'll be good. And then the quartz can go here. And again, it should be fine. I shouldn't have to worry about the, like, everything. I don't know. Whatever, I don't care. Alright, cool. But yeah, that's definitely something that if you're new to getting your clothes dry cleaned, or even if you aren't, please look up, like, what you want, or just say, hey, I want it to look like this, what would you call that? And again, if you're nice, they are gonna be very willing to help you. But, like, if you're a jackass, you know, they are going to be far less willing to help you. Alrighty, very good. And if it's, like, enough of a concern, again, almost all of these places have the ability to leave a note on your profile. Like, if it's a place that's like, hey, I need your phone number, one, usually that's so that we could either call you if it needs something special, or, like, let's say something, God forbid something happens, but something goes wrong and we need to get a hold of you, we need your phone number. Alright, let's go ahead and just make a fuck ton of chests now. Alrighty. Anyway. Well. Yeah, no, I'll just make chests for right now. I can always... Oh. Yeah, no, I really do need this. I'll probably need to trade with South Chester for more, but it's fine. The other side. Actually... Never mind. Okay, so I'm just gonna make some sides too. Alright, what time is it? Let me see. Okay. I got a decent chunk of time to do this. Alright, very good. Also, and I feel like this goes without saying, please, 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 for the love of the fucking gods, remember that, generally speaking, the people who are, like, helping you do not control the prices. And so you yelling at the kid running the register, or just anyone, again, don't be a dick to anyone, regardless of how old they are. Don't be shocked when you wind up getting a note in your profile that says you're an asshole. Or, you know, be shocked when these people are like, hey, you're a douche, we're not gonna deal with you anymore, you need to leave. Because half the time, it's not even like... Okay, hang on. I'll write down the prices later, and again, the prices are gonna go in a book, but... Produce... yeah. Okay. Meat... what else would I need that we sell? Oh, leather / miscellaneous. Okay, let me go down because I get the feeling it's getting close to nighttime. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Fuck. Close. Alright. Good, good. Okay, cool, 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 cool. Alright, very, very good. I don't remember what else I would theoretically be producing for people. God damn it. So, let me just go ahead and set these fences over here, or these sides. Let me go ahead and write down my price book. I need to see if I even know how to make a fucking, whatever you call it, the item frame. Let me see. I think I know. Frame. Yeah, I can do that, no problem. This is justice. Oh, I need a payment, chest. That's right. Logan, why would Mother be in there? It has never been in there, nor has it been in there. Alright. Just need one. Yeah, okay, yeah. And I have my book somewhere. There it is. Alright, cool, 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 cool. And I should have enough sticks to do this. Alright, lovely. You go. You go here. Then, yep. Alright, cool. Okay. I'll title it eventually. Okay. Alright, Levithia... 1-to-1. Salt. What else would I be like 1-to-1? Fish. No. That makes sense to me. Also, hang on, let me make this a little nicer looking. Alright. 1 to 2. Or hang on, let me do it like this. So I'll put what I give you and what you give me. That'll be the order. To 1. Headstone. Probably like Prismarine. I hope I'm spelling that right. What else do they have that's like super valuable? I don't remember. Sponge, I guess? I'm gonna just put like a ask if you have a more valuable trade. I should also put like, but then again, everyone knows that Ebony's kind of the in-between. Alright. 10th. 1-to-1. Wood. Probably... Well, no, I think saplings are a little more valuable. Wood. Hang on, let me check what time it is. Let me do this up here so I can keep an eye on the time. Alright, lovely. Wood. Fuck. I'm completely blanking. Leaves. No, there's an A. Well, I don't think sticks would count under this, but I'll put it in there anyway. 2 to 1. Die. Saplings. What else? What else is like a pain in the ass? That sand has flowers. Okay. Gold. Wood to wood. Stone. Gravel. Coal. I'm not gonna put copper here because copper can be a pain in the ass, even though it's really plentiful. What else? What else do they fucking have? Iron. Well, I guess then copper should count too. 2 to 1. Hang on. Yeah, okay. Gold. Lapis. What else? I'm not gonna bother to presume that they're gonna be trading me diamonds. What else? Come on, Braid. I know you can do this. I'm trying to think of even what else would be in this tier other than these two. Because they don't deal in redstone, they can't sell me redstone. And obviously I'm not going to make diamonds and emeralds the same price as gold and lapis, duh. I don't know. Just trying to think of what else they are technically in control of, because I know that everyone has control of dirt. I don't know. The memories pass by. Sorry, just checking. Alright, ask if the value trade. Okay. I think that's pretty much everything that I had in mind, but like, obviously I'll like have rules in place or whatever. I don't know. Just trying to think of like things that I would specifically want them to trade me that I would like heavily encourage, you know? Like, obviously, the reason I put Salt in Levithia's thing is I want Levithia to trade Salt with me, just genuinely, point-blank, period. Because, obviously, the recipes need it pretty often. Um... I don't know where I would put, like, furniture in regards to Sant. I don't know. And I don't really know what else I would ask from Goldenian specifically, you know? I think I'm gonna put a thing in there basically talking about, hey, if you have a specific request, please contact me, so that I can set it aside for you directly. And then I'll be like, don't be a jerk, you know, don't take all the items off of one page, blah blah. Ebony is... I would count Ebony as, like, a 2-to-1. Like, I give them 2 stacks, they give me 1 of whatever. Alright, that side. Contact directly if you have a specific order. Leave time, Logan, for request. Oh, no, leave if you have a specific order, if you don't see items in chests. Don't... actually, if you empty... or take all, I guess. Take all of an item. Tell me so I can restock. The payment in designated chest. Shit. What else? Don't go, do not go through chests, through tree house, all my shit. How would I phrase it? If you don't, this is my personal base. Why did I capitalize? Base! There we go. Alrighty. Ebony is, oh, hang on, you know what I should do? I should leave a note on general pricing, like, if it's quartz or ebony. Cool. Other prices. 1-to-1 Port. Netherrack. Stone. I'm just gonna say stone. What else? Oh, wood slash leaves 2 to 1. Hang on. Again, I gotta make sure what time it is because knowing me, I'm accidentally gonna not realize it's nighttime and get jump scared by a fucking zombie or something. Okay. Yep. Okay. 2 to 1. I would say, like, provable nether gold. Gold. Not. I'm just gonna leave that alone for now. What? What the fuck was that sound? Was that in the fucking or the music? I've never heard that before. I didn't like it. It scared me. I don't like it. Not one damn bit. Okay, it's fine. I don't like it. Okay, whatever. Nether wart. Blaze. Items. What else? I think that's it for there. 3 to 1. Ebony. Okay. Contact. If. Or. Valuable item. Okay. Prices are as. Sorry. Again, I'm getting paranoid. I.e. Bud. Wheat. 2. 1. Alright. Yeah, we're fine. If you really need something, you can use the farm behind the tree house. If you do, you must leave it as paranoia. It's great. Do I have, like, a random chest sitting around that I can use? Or am I just gonna have to, like, take... So, 4, 8, 3... Do this... Go down, make another chest so I can have... Actually, I'd like one more, just so if people need to leave, like, a fuck ton of prices. Oh, I need to have a, what do you call it? 1, 2, 3, 4. God damn it, what is it called? If you have, like, a chest for seeds. Alright, let's go ahead and make these. Oh, god damn it, are you serious? Wait, no, I only wanted 2. Okay, that's fine. Alright, let's do that. So yeah, I need to label one of those chests for seeds. Yeah, okay. Oh, gosh. Alrighty. Okay, cool. So let's continue writing this. Okay. It was before the plant / feed animals spare supplies in chests. No. Chests by farm. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. What else? I think that's it. If you really need something... Okay... Okay, and I think I'm gonna be like, oh... all, like, crafting stations are free raid. All crafting stations are open to use if you notice the furnaces need coal. I will consider stocking them as payment. 1, 2, 1, there we go. Should I say tipping appreciated? Nah. Thank you. Okay. Alright. Prices. Rules. Okay, cool. I probably should have gone through that a little more just to make certain, but you know what? It's fine. Alright, lovely. Let's go down here. Get this all set. Yeah, I think I will stream tomorrow just on this, just to get, like, how do you phrase it? Prices set up and whatever. Okay, I'll put it here. Floating, but I don't care. In terms of the chest for payment. Or I could do it off to the side here. Or in the middle. But there really isn't a middle. God damn it, I hate this. Alright. Hey. Vent. Alright, and then you... Let's set you over here so you're a little off-center. No, no, no. There we go. Okay, there we go. Good, good, good. Alright, let me grab one of these sides so I can mark out the chest for, like, seeds and stuff. Seeds. Alright, cool, 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 cool. Now then, let's start getting things moved. For now. What time is it? I don't know, but it's fine. Okay, nothing in there, obviously, duh. This is free to take, duh. Okay, let's just reorganize that. Because I don't need them, so obviously. Let me go ahead and move a bunch of the seeds. Because I have a fuck ton of seeds. Okay, alright, it's fine. So I give it a try. Well, and I do need to continue because I need to get, I'll leave one of each. But, I do need to get, like, how do you phrase it? Come on, brain. I need to get, all the crafting stations set up, obviously. Okay, alright. Swing with the king. Alright. Come on, get down there. Come on, Logan. There you go. Good lad. Alright, let's see. High risk and high reward. I don't think I'm gonna have any seeds left over, because I, kind of mulched them all. Oh, I need saplings, too. I'll figure out something to do with that in a second. Because saplings should probably have their own chests. Well, no, I actually don't think I could even sell fruit saplings. Well, no, they're fruit saplings. I have to be able to sell them. Anyway. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Does not matter. I mean, it does, but it doesn't. Alright, cool, cool. That's fine. Da 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 da. Alright. Let's go ahead and grab some of my spare produce that I have up here. At least what I know about. Alrighty. Lovely, lovely, beautiful. Alright, again, we'll leave at least a stack. Because reasons, I don't know. Okay, I've got a fuck ton of produce. Alright, we'll just take that for right now. We still need to keep an eye on the time, obviously, duh. Alright, lovely. Beautiful. Okay. So that's produce. Strawberries. Cantaloupe. Grapes. That's not grapes, that's blueberries. This is grapes. Alright, lovely. I wonder if opening and closing gates counts as block changes. I don't know. Actually kind of curious about that. Alrighty. No, no. Braid? Come on, there we go. Da, 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 da. Alright, since I don't have a full stack of any of that, at least not yet, I'm gonna leave that be. Actually, I might have a full stack of... No, come on. Dunno. And I think I'll count eggs under meat. That's fine to me, or makes sense to me, whatever. Whew. Gosh, I'm tired. Alright, I need to wait for the time to change or whatever. Da, 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 da. Alright, lovely. I mean, I can both see why opening and closing gates would make sense to both actually count as block changes, but not. Oh, I just realized that they changed kind of how the... Where the fuck? Come on, let me sleep. Okay, no. Activity food, right? Never mind, okay. Come on, let me sleep, please. You know what, it's fine. Alright, whatever. I don't care. I'll figure out how to do this one way or another. Okay, cool. But yeah, I'll put eggs under meat, I think. Not that I have them in my hand right now, but that is not where that goes. Alright, lovely, 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 beautiful, wonderful, stunning. Okay. Because we still have some time to kill, so we might as well move a bunch of crap. Alright, okay, alright. And I'll make sure that once I finish doing the, like, whatever the hell the crafting stations or whatever, I'll make sure to, like, be like, hey, this is here, blah, blah. Alright, anyway. Okay, so that side. I really don't have enough of hardly any of this to count for anything other than feathers, I guess. Ink sacks, no, because that would definitely fall under Levithia's jurisdiction. Okay. Nothing in here per se that I would... I can't sell fish. I can have fish, but I can't sell them. Alright, grab all these eggs. We leave 2 stacks of eggs. Sorry, that was gross burp. Okay, yeah. And then I'll put sugarcane here. Why do I have pumpkins and melons in there? You know what? I don't know, but I'm moving them. Because they should be in with produce. Yeah, okay. Yeah, pumpkins and melons should be in here. What else? I'm not gonna leave, like, cooked food. Well, actually, I might. Yeah, I think I'll have, like, a pre-prepared food chest. Let me go ahead and put out some of the stuff that's more obvious. Okay, it's fine. I don't think I can sell wool. I definitely can't sell dyed wool, I know that much. Okay, what do we do? Pre-prepped food. Alrighty. Heals. you can go in there. I don't really have much in the way of that yet. Miscellaneous, so like leather and stuff goes in here. Meat. We'll have to fix some of that later. Okay, cool. Alrighty. And let's also go see what we've got in the back garden. Probably not much. We also not be bold and not, you know... Can I sell bone meal? I wonder. Anyway. What do I have in here that I can move up there? Okay, hang on. I got some carrots that I can collapse down. Cool. What else do I have? You know, I really don't know. Oh, I have this. All of this can come with me. I'll put the potatoes in there, the blueberries. Like, stuff that I already have planted, obviously. Honey, no. I mean, frankly, I could put all of it in there, I just don't want to do it quite yet, if you catch what I mean. Cause I want it to be... Hang on, I need to see what time it is. Okay, it's noon, it's fine. We're fine. Alright, okay. Alrighty, cool. What all did I grab? Mostly produce, right? Yep. God, I have a lot of produce. Alright, okay, let's see. I'm probably not gonna be live much longer, I'm really not feeling great. Let me actually... Oh, what? I need to fix this. Why the fuck does it look like that? Okay. Cool. We also go ahead and... I don't like it when I can hear spooky sounds. It makes me nervous. Okay. Please don't destroy yourselves. Okay, good, lad. Okay, I'm not gonna get too greedy with that, because again, I don't know when my last block change interaction was, so, this is miscellaneous. Both of them are, honestly. I'll have to see if I'm allowed to sell cactus. I think I can, right? I mean, it makes sense to me. I don't know. We'll have to see. Okay, let me head up to the house, and then figure out who to send y'all to. Okay, I'm gonna go up so I can at least see what time it is. Because I was gonna say, we have a decent amount of time. Let me see, who is live right now? Okay. I'm gonna send you over to Rye. They are playing Minecraft. And I know it's a little early, but like I said, I'm really not feeling good right now. So, I'm gonna send you over to Rye, and I will see you guys later. But until then, bye guys!